Right, well, we're going to use the L Pro broadband filter tonight. So I'm just going to put that in the filter drawer. Here we are in my guiding, which as always is pretty terrible. 1.43. Let's just clear that out and see what it goes down to. So we'll give that a few moments. I always struggle with my guiding, so this is why I could really do with shopping for a new mount, but that's proving to be difficult at the moment. So there's the moon, and the moon is about 3/4 full, so it's the worst possible night, apart from a full moon, to image on, but that's okay, it's clear, so I'm taking the opportunity. And there's Jupiter and Saturn up there as well. And if you look straight up, I've got Cygnus straight above me, looking pretty special, and there's Vega just there. So here's the rig ticking away, and my customary light pollution filter as always, piece of wood basically. And tonight we're on the Triangulum Galaxy. Yeah, you see, that's not even dithering, that's just my scope, my mount rather. Okay, so let's go and have a look.
Exposure finished. Dithering started.
There we go. So there's the galaxy in the middle. And I've got this weird thing here. I've had this before, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be really careful with my flats. I'm hoping my flats will take that away. And there's another dust blob just there as well.
Dithering finished. Exposure started.
So we're on another exposure now. There we go, so that's the dithering period. I just don't know what it is with this mount, the guiding just never really delivers. But we'll see how we go. So I'd share with you what I think is the biggest spider I've ever seen, and living under a leaf here. So here's a normal spider. There, I'll just focus. So normal spider. If I now go under here, absolutely massive spider. I kid you not, it's normal. Anyway, there's a cat. There's a cat with a smudge in your eye. Good boy. Right then. Flats. There we go. Taking flats. It's overcast. It's nice and bright. Now, the good thing is, there's the blob there. Sorry, I've been painting my son's room, hence blue. So, flats taken. There we go. Hopefully they will work. This is how you use Deepskystacker to stack your images. I've opened Deepskystacker here, and I have a folder with all of my files here. So in this one here, I've got the darks. I've only got 5 darks there, but there's darks, and I've got substandard pictures which were not very good, so I've taken those out. And I've got the actual light frames that I have here. Anything there which has an L next to it is a light frame. And then my other file, I have my flats. I've got 30 of those, and I've got dark flats to calibrate the flats, so I've got 30 of those. As I'm in dark flats, I'm just going to select my dark flats like this and then drag them in, and it says what type of file is it? Well, it's a dark flat, so I'm just going to click dark flats. Then I'm going to go back to my folder, and this time I'm going to go and do the same again with my flats. So I'm going to go to the flat at the bottom, drag them in, and then this time I'm going to click flat frames, which are there. And now I'm going to go to the light frames. So go into the right folder. Here we are. So these are my light frames, going all the way down to here. And I now need to tell it it's my light frames, which is good. And now the final set of frames we need are my dark frames. And it's just these 5 that I have. So just drag those in, and those are my dark frames. Then I'm going to click on the register checked pictures, and I'm going to ask it to only stack the best 80% of those pictures, and then click OK. It tells me that there's 1 hour 50 minutes of good stuff there, and it's got all of the rest of the details in there. So I'm just going to click OK, and it will now do its thing. It will go through, register all of those frames, and it will stack them together and produce a finished stacked image for me. There we go, it has stacked all of those images together, and it has created a local save file in the lights folder. So if I now scroll down, you will see 2 files. I had done this previously, but that's the saved file there. So let's quickly go into Pixinsight and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, we're in Pixinsight, and now I'm going to go and drag our new autosave file here. So that's the autosave file, and I'm also going to drag one of the light frames here, which you'll be able to compare the 2 together. So I'll just take one of these ones and just drag that there. So we've got them there. So that's one of the original lights, and that's the new stacked file. So we go processes, and we want screen transfer function. So here's the original file, and you can see here that's the original file. There's the galaxy in the middle, and you can see all the dust and muck that's on it. There's a couple of dust bits there. And now if we stretch the stacked image, you can see that the amount of detail from a single file and the stacked file is massively more. It's got rid of a lot of the dust, but I am going to have to process this one because this is quite severe, so I'll have to investigate that on my telescope to see what that that particular piece of dust or dirt is there. But you can see the difference between an unstacked single sub that we have there and the stacked subs together that we've got there stretched in Pixinsight. Pixinsight can do stacking, and it's incredibly complex and very powerful, and I have to confess I have not yet learnt how to do it. So as soon as I learn how to do it, I'll then produce a video to show you how to stack in Pixinsight. So for now, Deepskystacker is a simple and really easy method by which you can stack your images together. So after a fair bit of processing in Pixinsight, I was really pleased with the image that I got of M33 the Triangulum Galaxy, and I cropped it a little bit in Affinity Photo, but I think this is probably one of my best images so far, and I'm really getting to grips with processing in Pixinsight. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.